I'm Mr. Craig, and I'm just going to be taking you through how Hazlehead Academy has made themselves COVID secure for those people who have missed the tour of the building and the presentations in the past couple of days. So without further ado, we're just going to use this door behind me, which is the first main entrance to the building, and we'll just go in this way now, okay? So as pupils enter the building, from any of the entrance points, they'll find two sanitization stations, and they should obviously sanitize their hands as they enter the building. And that'll just save them as they go through the building, touching fire doors, which are obviously touch points which could spread infection, and that'll make sure that their hands are clean. Okay? As pupils go into the building, or in any area, they'll find arrows on the floor, as well as one-way direction arrows on the walls of the building. If they've forgotten which direction they should be walking, these will hopefully help to remind them. So as we come in here, there's arrows on the floor pointing us in this direction, or they could go straight on and use that stairwell in the top end of the mass corridor, which is an upstairs only. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're just going to go straight down the maths corridor following the one-way system. On each door of a classroom, pupils are reminded to stop and only enter rooms once it's safe to do so. And that'll be in case a member of staff is sanitising desks and making sure that's ready for the pupils coming into the rooms. We'll just go into a room and see how they're prepared. This is also one of our meeting rooms, but all the rooms in the school will be set up with a sanitisation point as pupils come into the rooms, and that's again giving pupils the expectation and opportunity to sanitise their hands as they enter a classroom. And I'll just do that now. Pupils, when they leave a room, will be expected to sanitise their desks with spray or a wipe, and that will then make that room ready for the next set of pupils that will come in. So we'll just keep going down this way. The one-way system in the school largely operates in a clockwise direction. So the maths corridor, then the maths corridor, there's an arrow highlighting that you would exit from this way, past the assembly theatre, to exit the building. And again, at any exit point, you've also got a sanitisation point where you can gel your hands to make sure they're clean for all those doors that you've touched on your way along. And then we can exit the building safely. The circulation of pupils outside the building always operates from now on in a clockwise direction. So if pupils were coming out of the house areas, they would exit those and go clockwise around the edge of the building to any of the satellite points. That would obviously go from design and technology, home economics, art, music, and then eventually all the way across to PE. This will also ease and allow traffic to follow through this clockwise direction. And then if a pupil was wishing to enter the building, they would do so from the entry point at the back here between physics and mathematics. So between physics and mathematics is another entry point. You cannot enter the building through physics. That ground floor of science is a one-way system operating towards the building. The other two science floors are also one-way, but the first floor and second floor in science always are going towards the playing fields, with the stairs at the far side of science only being a downwards stairway. This is the entry point at this side of the building. And again, as you enter, there's two sanitisation points at either side where pupils would again gel their hands and make sure their hands are clean before they go elsewhere in the building. As they come along here, two no entry signs to remind them that this is not an entry point, so they are forced to then go up the stairs, whereas then they can access social subjects on the first floor and then English on the second floor, but they would continue up the stairs, or if they were going to either of the science rooms, they could go along the first floor for chemistry, or keep going up to the second floor for biology. If a pupil was going to physics, they would go along the first floor and down the stairs at the far side to get to those physics rooms, maintaining the one-way system in good order around the school to save mixing of groups who are in classes together. So we're here between physics and maths, and this is the upstairs part of the building. And we're just going to go upstairs at the first floor, just to show the one-way system operates as we go up through the building. If pupils were to have chemistry at the changeover point, this is where they just go up the stairs and go straight ahead into chemistry. That's an entry door only. If they were not going to chemistry, they would continue along this way. And if they had social subjects or PSE class, they would come along here and enter this way. If they were going up to English, they would continue up the stairs and head along the second floor. Let's go and look at the first floor. So again, as you come into this floor, you'll notice arrows on the floor as well as signs on the walls pointing out the correct direction to go. And just again, as we go into a classroom, the stop sign on the door, reminding them to stop until it's safe to enter. And again, the sanitization point on the table. So hopefully from following this video guide we've given you, and also the handouts pupils have got, they will follow this one-way system to ensure that any infection doesn't spread around the school. That means gel in their hands as they enter the building, gel in their hands when they enter the classroom, and also assistant teachers to wipe down their desks before they leave any classroom environment. And hopefully that will keep everyone within the school environment, Hazlehead Academy, safe.